Howdy folks, welcome to part 12 in my playthrough of Conan Exiles. This playthrough, my plan is to do the Steelsmith journey, but I'm out here in Sepamaru because I actually wandered across something that I want to show you I discovered in a different playthrough. This is currently early January. It's been many weeks since I've last recorded a video, and I've been away basically house sitting, helping friends out at the holidays and so on. On a different server on my laptop, I discovered isn't the right word. I realized that I had said in a previous video that it's not worth going after people that are wandering, tier 4 crafters that are wandering around like this, as you can see, is Bragaros the Baker. Because they wander out of the field of where you throw a purple orb. And so obviously you have to use a truncheon, and unless you're good enough, you have a good enough truncheon, you're fast enough at knocking them out, they might wander into the aggro range of, say, those people over there, or these people over here. But then it occurred to me, if they were stationary, if they were just standing somewhere, I would use 2 purple Lotus Orbs and knock them out. I'm pretty sure Bragaros is a 2 orb. So why don't I just use a purple Lotus Orb on that crowd and another one on that crowd? One orb will knock out as many people as there are within a given area, as long as they're tier 3 or below. Oh, this guy's really putting up a fight. He's a tier 3 dancer, but he's still going to get knocked out. So when Bragaros comes back around into this area, I've now got basically everywhere from this shadow down to where they are, out into the middle here, before they either get too close to the prison, or too close to those folks up there, or too close to that group over there. I could knock out that group as well, with people in the prison, but I want to keep it to just 2 orbs, which is what I would use to knock him out anyway. And now where'd he go? Now I don't need another cook. You don't get any benefit from having... Oh, he's way up there. You don't get any benefit from having multiple types of cooks, because there aren't multiple types. They're all just cooks. So it's not like armorers or carpenters or smiths. You know, a cook is a cook. But since he happened to be wandering around while I happened to be running around here getting different things from different chests, I figured why not show you how this works. Assuming he's going to come back here before these people disappear and they get new people in their place. I think that's a... I was thinking I might run up there and get him, but there's somebody right in front of that tower, which is actually where I got Mondagai, so that would not be good. I would definitely get their aggro. So I have to wait for Bragaros to stop walking around out there and across all those bridges and so on, and get his Tookus back down here so I can start the recruitment process by introducing him to the recruitment tool. There we go. All right. Come on, Bragaros. Get over here. Like I said, to make sure that he's completely clear of those 2 that are standing out there at the west gate. Now he's going over here. Got that one walking up there. I think he's pretty clear of them. So I'm going to go... Stop walking in that direction. Come on. There we go. All right, now I'll just drag him back through to my temporary recruitment station outside of Sepramaru, and we'll be good to go. I will recruit him. I could just leave him there, and I might just dump him once I've done the conversion. I mean, all it's going to do is eat up a couple of bowls of gruel. But actually, you don't need to see me running all the way out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, and then I will pick up probably back at my base so I can start the actual steelsmith journey. So we'll see you then, and see you in a bit. Welcome back, folks. I'm going to do another short segment here before I cut out and head off camera upstream to get to Sinner's Refuge, which is where I'm going to get the this stuff. Yeah, just completely lost the name of that material that we're going to be using. Brimstone. There we go. The brimstone that we'll be using to make steel fire, which I need to put in the furnace along with iron to make the steel bars for the steelsmith journey. Before I do that, I just wanted to give you an update on some of the stuff that I've done off camera. I did do a little bit of playing over the holidays when the few days that I was actually here at my place. I expanded the base a little bit. I finally upgraded to the improved Tanner's table because I have the space for it now. I did pick up a number of new crafters. I had mentioned in the last segment, I decided to keep Bragaras, so I put Lone Fisherman over here on the actual stove. And even though it doesn't give me any benefits whatsoever, Bragaras is over here on the improved campfire. So I figured, why not? But I also picked up, let's see, who else did I pick up? Oh yes, another smith, Master Blacksmith Chris. So I now have a bladesmith, and Mutt, who is the edgesmith. I also have, I think now I have all three of the armors. I've got a shield right here, Hanar, which is one of my first. I've got Honora Steelfingers, which is the tempersmith that I picked up. Actually, Honora may have been the first. Oh, I know why. It's out here. And in one of my Sepramaru runs, I picked up App the Dressmaker. So now I have all three types. I also put App in this Poitan armor. I purchased, while it was in, actually I think it's still going on, the winter sale on Steam, the DLC for the Riders of Hyboria, I think it's called. Gives you this Poitan armor, the stables, which is mainly what I got it for, stable building material. But I think I'm going to actually make that for myself. If I look at my harness, because I used the appropriate crafter, a tier 4 crafter, it's a carrying capacity plus of 21. And this one now is an armor value of 89 because I've got the lowest level armor enhancement on it. If I look at App, this is still 21, so it's the same thing. It's a little less armor value, but then again, it doesn't have any enhancement on it. So I'm going to, and I like the looks of that set, so I'm going to give myself that set. And now I actually get to choose who among all three of the armors I want to use to make that stuff. So right now, a Scout Right will give me an armor plus of 31% over the base of whatever the armor is, and an encumbrance weight of minus 19%. And a max durability, plus 25. There's, agility, weapon damage, and so on. If I go to a Temperite, the encumbrance weight drops. The armor value increases the same, but the max durability goes way up. And if I go to the Shield Right, the armor value goes way up, but the encumbrance weight comes way down, and the max durability is about the same. So I am going to go with the Scout Right because I want that encumbrance weight drop, and the armor value plus of plus 31 is second best out of all three of them. So I go all the way down here to... Oh, those are the Turanians. These are the Poitain. All right, the campaign is the medium armor stuff. I've got plenty of medium armor padding. So I need to make myself... Let's see, we'll start with boots. Oh, what am I out of? Leather. Luckily, that's not a problem. He says as he tries to get it over there. All right. Let's get back down here to these. There we go. So I needed boots, chest, gloves, greaves, and helm. Now, while it's making those, I had already told the Tinker's Bench to make me 5 of these thin armor platings. I can't go up to the next level until I'm level 39, and to get the regular armor plating, which will give me, you know, even more enhancement to the armor. But I'm a level 34, which is another thing that's happened since the part 11 video. I stopped that at level 31. When I went out and I got these crafters, when I got a lot of resources, I forgot to knock my... to go into the admin settings and knock my experience gain down, which is what I would normally do. And so I gained basically 3 levels while I was off camera. You know, and I didn't want to do that. But, so now I'm going to enhance all of these. All right. So without those on, with what I've currently got, I have an armor class of 345, and I am 52% encumbered. So we'll swap these out, and I'll then... Oh, gonna put them in the armor because they were in the armor class. Well, in that case, this will give me a good example. So I'm down to 50% encumbered because of the extra weight reduction, and 325 in armor. So I'm liking that. That works for me. We'll just go ahead and break these guys down to get the material. All right, so now that I'm looking sharp here, I am going to bring Mandugai with me. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to do follow. There we go. Mandugai does not have any food, so let's fix that. See, it's been so long that some of this stuff has actually gone bad, even though that thrall pot keeps things really in good shape. I don't have any cooked pork. Using, well, actually, she is an agility fighter. So I want the salted exquisite meat, which will give her, once she consumes it, the agility weapon damage. Now, no, I don't want to do that. That's what I want to do. I could use that myself and I could definitely use the agility weapon damage, but I want to give her this follower damage bonus if I consume the Hearty Feast. One thing I did discover, I had mentioned when going for a horse and then the pets that I thought, based on something that I had seen in another video, that you could have a fighter follower and a horse, you know, a mount, and a pet, but that's not the case. The pet qualifies as a fighter too. So right now, Mondagai is following me. If I tell Sheldon to follow me, Mondagai is no longer following me. And I'll have Mondagai come back, and Sheldon is no longer following me. So that's kind of a bummer. But it makes sense, because this really is a fighter. So what I might consider doing is taking Sheldon with me, but the reason I want Mondagai is if we run into one of the tier 4 crafters, and there is always a tier 4 at the end of this Sinner's Refuge where we're going, as I mentioned before, I'm going to bring along another steel truncheon so that we can just whack people down there and see whether or not, you know, it's the tier 4 is somebody we want. So for the extra carrying capacity, we'll bring Horse, who is named Horse. That said, I think I'm all set. I'm not going to make you watch me swim all the way up there and run up there. I'll cut out now, and I will come back when we're up at Sinner's Refuge. See you in a bit. Okay, we are back. We're right outside the pathway that goes up to Sinner's Refuge. I did stop along the way. I killed Nos the Murderer, who was one of those tier 4 noob rivers. But he didn't have anything on him, so I didn't bother picking up the recording at that point. We're probably going to catch the aggro of Mr. Hyena up there. So let's just head on in. Or maybe we're not. Alright, cool. Works for me. Let me make sure I have a pick and not a pickaxe in there. Don't want to waste the pickaxe going for something that is literally the only thing you get off of it is brimstone. Alright. The last time I went up here, as you guys might recall, one of these was actually a tier 4. That is not... yeah. No, none of them are. So go ahead and just get them. I'll get this one. Hey, stop whacking at my horse. Alrighty, nothing of interest there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, I gotta put a torch back in place. 13 minutes, I should have plenty of time. Alrighty. So, again, like the last time, I'll bring up the torch so you guys can actually see what's going on in here. The spawn points for where these nodes of brimstone are always the same. They never change, so you know, I don't have to really tell you again if you saw the last video. There we go.
I will cut your heart out.
Apparently you will. Okay. Nothing interesting there. Now the problem is, I don't know if any of these people are anybody worth going after until I get close to them. Those almost never are. You know what? What the heck? Get this brimstone. let's see. Oh, you know one thing I forgot? Before we go down there and whack at them with our recruitment sticks, I have a lot of unspent points here in attributes. The more you put in authority, the more effective both you and your followers are in whacking people with recruitment sticks. So I'm going to just go all 10 right here in authority, which gives Mandugai here attentive care, which means she heals faster. All right. I'm going to catch somebody's attention without... So I'll send the two of them down there. Really? Nothing? All right, here we go.
Curse you! I will cut your heart out.
Armor 2, Carpenter 3. I really doubt that. Yeah. Alright, that was a waste. I mean, not that I really needed to get anything off of their bodies anyway, but... Alright, make sure I've got all of the brimstone from along here. I do. Alright. I mean, I could... At this point, I could kill them, but they're not going to have anything on them that is anything better than what I currently have. And so their only value if I kill them would be for hides. And I guess human flesh, but... So, hey. I forgot to start the Steelsmith journey, which means I think I need to go all the way back to the base. Because I think the first step is access your Firebowl Cauldron. Harumph. All right. We get to go all the way out here. And then come back and, you know, kill more people and... well, I mean... you know, I get to harvest more brimstone. Oop, wrong button. Alright, so, you know what? Again, I'm not going to make you watch me go all the way back down to my base. I will see you when we're, again, back outside there, or maybe even right up in here. You know, we'll go past all those guys. So, see you in a bit. Okay, let's try that again. One of the things when I went back to the base, I realized that Mandugai was still rocking regular steel poignards when I know I had picked up some perfected steel poignards. So I grabbed those, I enhanced them, and now Mandugai has much better damage with those weapons. So I will get ready to attack these newly respawned. And again, let's see, does anybody here? No, no, and where'd the other one go? All right, well, oh, that right there. And no. You're on defend when attacked, all right. And let's head in. Oh, torch. There we go. And so because we went all the way back down to the base, these things have respawned. We went out of their zone. And while I was at the base, I did the first 2 steps within this journey, basically just access the Firebowl Cauldron and then get tar from the tannery, so that I could. Wow! Look at you. There we go. That guy was like really on the job. I think that's the furthest out I've ever seen one of those exiles from inside make the trip. All right, we'll do the same thing. Just in case any of them happens to be worthwhile, we'll give Mondugai a truncheon. I'll grab a truncheon. We'll send her down to whack at that person.
I will cut your heart out.
All right. Yeah. Nobody of any interest there whatsoever. Oh well. Those are the previous ones, I think. But again, the bonus here is that I get to get another pass at all of these nodes. And we got the Wanderer that wanders back and forth here. There's one down there that you might have seen their silhouette. They never come far enough down this pathway, I don't think, not that I recall, to actually get our aggro. Or for us to get their aggro. I definitely must have put my XP back at the normal speed because I just gained a level from whacking brimstone. And killing people, but I only got 73% encumbrance, so I'm pretty good. Now, how do I want to deal with this? Bunch of 3s, but no tier 4s of any kind. So that brought them down from right up there. There's some dancers coming now. There's always 2 dancers. And 2 dancers at a level I don't need. Alrighty. Alright, I think the best way to do this is to come around this way. Eventually, we'll get the aggro of the folks up there. There they come. That's the one we want. Oh, got one more. Confessor. That's a priest. That doesn't do me any good whatsoever. Alright. If those 2 archers are still around the other side, I get there's a remote possibility that they're going to be... Oh, I just need to change to... There we go. There's a remote possibility that they're going to be a tier 4, but I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Oh, just one of them. Oh, great. I got a fatality on him. I think I'm going to kill the priest. So I can get the armor, because it actually looks really cool. And I might put that on some of the... I said, wow. Come on. No top, no shirt. 2 hoods. All right. Time to get more brimstone. And again, at this point, I'm pretty sure this isn't that exciting. There are a few more nodes. All right, I think I will just cut out here and pick you back up when we're all back at the base, unless something really interesting happens along the way. So, see you in a bit. And we're back. It was a boring ride, run, swim, etc. all the way back, so... Come on in, horse. I got over encumbered, which makes sense. So an awful lot of the steel fire is on horse. As is, I went up there with, you might have noticed, purple lotus orb still on me, which was completely useless, or meaningless. And they weigh a lot. If I had put them in Mondagai's inventory, they are essentially considered weapons, so Mondagai would have used them and wasted them completely, throwing them at just random people. So I glad I brought horse along. So I need to craft steel fire. But since I've already made some... Oh, all right. There we go. I need to craft a steel bar. So let's see. What do I got in here that's going to take precedent? Nothing. Where did I already used up all of the steel fire I had to make steel reinforcements? Because pretty soon I'm going to upgrade my base. So, to get this journey step to tick off, let me just grab these few... this dozen pieces of steel fire, and in a few seconds we will have crafted a steel bar. He said. Oh, you gotta grab it. There we go. Now, if you notice, no other step has come up. That's because I needed to craft a steel tool. I have one in my inventory. I needed to craft a steel weapon. I have one in my inventory. So it's all done. And the reward is I now know how to make perfected steel weapons, which means if I had not gathered these perfected steel maces or poignards, I could do it. Unfortunately, there is no perfected steel short sword. So, that's nothing that I can make, sadly enough. I can make these, cool weapons from, the Turanian, which was the other DLC I bought on the sale. But they don't give you anything. These are really basic starter iron weapons. I might make the mace just to change the look of my mace, because that's pretty cool looking. And I need branches and iron. That's why I don't have any iron. Because I used it all to make reinforcements. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode. I think I did. I thought I grabbed a bunch of iron bars. Did I not? I did not. One of the things that I did as while I was off camera is I upgraded everything I could to improved versions of these crafting stations. So I've got an improved furnace, the improved blacksmith's bench. They all come with something that's a benefit. With the improved blacksmith's bench, you can now create steel reinforcement by using iron reinforcement and steel fire at a 1-to-1. So that's a really great way to make steel reinforcements on the cheap. Trying to think. I think these all came, even on the previous bench, from having a tier 4 crafter on there. So I'm not really sure what this is. I had enough space. I put the improved tanner's table. The tannery just gives you more space. I haven't done the improved carpenter's bench. I think it might have been because I didn't have enough knowledge points to be able to learn it. I probably do now, and I don't know that I would be saving any for anything. Let's go ahead and put Mandu guy there. Horse, do we have everything off you? We do. Alright. Come on, horse. Let's go back to your normal station. Come on, horse. There we go. Stand guard right here. And I did it again. I forgot to actually time all of that. So I think I've been doing this for at least a half an hour, but I don't know. So having completed that journey step and shown you what the enhancements I've done to the base here, I think I'll call that a video. The next one, I will probably do the dismantler journey offline, because it's literally just put stuff in here, put stuff in there. But that'll give me the opportunity to get the improved dismantling bench instead of this one here. So yeah, so that's it. I'll figure out what I'm going to be doing for the next video, part 13. But in the meantime, I hope you all had happy holidays and a happy New Year, because again, I'm filming this after the after the New Year, after the holidays, and stay safe, be healthy, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.